Hello, my name is Jennifer Foch and I serve as the Director of Continuous Improvement here in the Wauwatosa School District. The Division of Academic Performance arranged for an audit of the district's grading and reporting practices this year. This presentation is intended to share the findings of the audit. A more formal response plan will be generated as a result and shared with the Board of Education in the fall of 2023. Grading, or assessment, is an integral part of the instructional cycle. In 2017, updates were made to the current grading for learning system. However, there is not a robust monitoring system for its implementation. We need to better support our teachers with regard to the implementation of grading for learning. To that end, the Division of Academic Performance contacted Mr. Ken O'Connor, one of the foremost experts on grading and reporting, to conduct an audit. As part of the process, Mr. O'Connor reviewed documents, survey findings, and focus group feedback. The Division of Academic Performance coordinated and deployed the survey and planned for the focus groups along with Mr. O'Connor. His final audit report was submitted to the district at the end of January 2023. This work was conducted in alignment with Strategic Plan Objective 1.5 to strengthen and monitor district communication with families around student learning. This work includes work around grading and reporting. It should be noted that this is connected to the Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment Audit and Response Plan. As highlighted in that recent update, we know there is misalignment with our current grades and our standardized testing data. The Division of Academic Performance will need to refine our system of grading and reporting so that all teachers can implement it with fidelity and students and families receive consistent, accurate, learning-focused, and meaningful grades. Mr. O'Connor was able to review relevant board policies, the Strategic Plan Objectives and Goals, the Grading for Learning Manual, and report card samples. It is recommended that we update Board Policy 2623 as its most recent revision was in 2009. Benchmarks must be reviewed in order to ensure that behaviors are not part of a student's grade. Several recommendations were made for each level of report cards as well. The surveys, adapted from Mr. O'Connor's surveys in his book, A Repair Kit for Grading, showed that grading for learning is being implemented inconsistently. Focus groups with parents and teachers revealed that alignment to standards is necessary to move grading forward. As stated earlier, this aligns with previous information shared with the Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment Audit and Response Plan. Our student focus groups revealed varied understanding of grading for learning. In short, our practices need to be implemented with fidelity, and there is much professional learning necessary to accomplish this. Please take a moment to review the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats revealed in the audit. A link to the full audit report will be available in board docs. Mr. O'Connor's recommendations were grouped into more general, high-level recommendations and more specific ones as well. The general recommendations are as follows: to review implementation of grading for learning and plan for professional learning to achieve consistent application, to develop a coherent, informative, and feasible communication system, determine what additional changes to grading for learning are needed, when to implement them, and the professional learning needed to do so. And finally, work to strengthen the culture of learning in our schools through our students. It will be important to include our stakeholders as we move these recommendations forward. More specific recommendations center on bolstering the implementation of the general recommendations. This includes standardizing procedures, revision to grading calculations, report cards, professional learning, etc. Please take a moment to review these. With these recommendations in mind, it is important to understand that student grades should be consistent, accurate, learning-focused, and meaningful. This is the lens through which Mr. O'Connor developed his audit report and is further explained in his work, A Repair Kit for Grading. These will be the guideposts by which the Division of Academic Performance develops a thorough response plan. There is much work to be done, and it must align to the present work of the Strategic Plan and the Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment Response Plan. It is a necessary endeavor for the Division of Academic Performance so that we can better support our building leaders and teachers in building a culture of learning and to better communicate with our families. This will give educators better data around student learning that is aligned to standards and will be able to be corroborated with other assessments such as the STAR, Forward, Pre-ACT, and ACT. Without this, we will not be able to realize our district vision for all graduates. On behalf of the Division of Academic Performance, thank you for viewing this presentation.